champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
What's up, everybody? Wanted to put this out there. Supposedly I have fans. Now, I've never liked using that term in my videos, just out of respect for y'all. And I just don't really like to classify myself as a type that has fans. Just, it's kind of weird. I just wanted to put this out there because there was a fella a couple weeks ago stopped me at the OC. I was getting fuel, and and we talked for about 2 or 3 minutes. But he come up to me and says, "Ike, I'm one of your fans. I'm one of your fans." And I was like, "Dude, I don't have any fans. What are you talking about, fans? You gotta be, I don't know." But so I guess I have to, and I've heard fans before. I mean, not really said to my face. I've heard, "Hey, I watch, I see on YouTube, and I like what you do," whatever. I'm a follower, I'm a fan. I've just that fan thing in person once. But I've seen it all the time on YouTube, whether it be on the comments, on Facebook. I'm one of your fans. I'm a fan of your videos, fan of yours. And that's neat. I'm not going to lie. It makes me feel good. But it's a little weird. It's real weird. Because I'm just a normal guy. And I don't like to just... I'm not trying to gain fans. If you like my videos, and I put videos out there for you to watch, it's like today, and I felt really bad for the kid. The kid was, I don't know, he was a teenager, I think. He was, I thought it was neat because he was with it looks like his dad or whatever. But he comes up to me and says, "Man, you're that kid on YouTube. You're that guy on YouTube, And like, yeah, and but I had to go. I run to the, and if you're watching this, I'm sorry I didn't get to spend any time with you. And I feel bad for everybody because it's not you that it's not just you. It was, a lot of people who I've seen in person, I'm like, "Man, I gotta go. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. I'm running." And it's like that. So much. Or when I do have time, there's an awkwardness to it because it's like, listen, I don't know how to act. I just be myself. And you may know me. You may know, well, you definitely know a lot more about me than what I do of you. So for me, I've never seen you before. Anybody that's come up to me like that, I've never seen you before, and you come up to me, and there's a bit of awkwardness because I know the reason why you're coming up to me, but there's a bit of awkwardness because, like, okay, hi, how you doing, and all that stuff. But most of the time, I am busy, and and I feel like I've been rude to some people because I don't stop and just sit there and just chat away for 30 or 45 minutes or whatever, or take a picture or whatever. And there's a little bit of guiltiness to that, but if guiltiness is a word. But I hope y'all understand that if you do see me, most of the time I'm going. Like here a couple months ago when I was at Seaboard for a stint. The very first load that I pulled out of St. Joseph, Missouri, and I'd been waiting for a day, like 2 days I've been waiting, so I was already kind of hacked off. And then I pulled out of there and went to scale out, and went to go scale at the Loves, and the load was overweight. And so I was hacked off because I had to go back, and I knew I was fixing to have to spend a half a day there just to get maybe 1 or 2 pallets off. And but this guy waiting on to get fuel was like, hey, yelling at me, didn't say my name, was like, hey, you, looking at me. And I stopped and I was like, what? At first I didn't know why he was doing it, because of just first reaction. But then when I saw the smile on his face, I knew exactly or whatever. But I was like, he didn't say anything. But he said, hey, just smiling and everything. And I gave him a dirty look and I had to go because I was already hacked off. And so if you're out there watching, I'm sorry, but you know who you are. But it happens more often than not. I know, so, like I said, it's a weird feeling, and there's a lot of words that I can't really describe. There's a lot of feelings I can't really describe. And so if I come off as rude or whatever, if I come off as snob, I don't mean to. There's a lot of times I do have a lot of times, and that's usually at the OC. Now, I don't spend times at truck stop. If you see me at a truck stop, I'm getting fuel or I'm getting a shower. Very rarely do I spend the night at one. I will say this, there's a part of me I'm a kind of a shy person. There's part of me that I'm really outgoing, that will talk about anything. But there is a part of me, especially with someone new around, that there's a sense of me that's, it's part of me that's kind of shy. I'm not saying I'm a shy person, but just getting kind of, if you and I are just kind of sitting around, I just feel awkward until there's this conversation. Maybe you start talking about weather or something, and it's like, okay, well, there we go. And then I'm no longer shy towards it, Also, I'm a very private person. So if I'm on my 10-hour break, I don't mind spending some time, especially if I'm in the cafeteria at the OC, eating. Come on over. There's been plenty of people that I've talked to that have come over, either met me at the cafeteria, met me out the parking lot, and I had time, and we sit there and chat. Or someone parks next to me and says, hey, roll down the window and just chat for a while. There's been plenty of people that know me from YouTube, from these videos, that have done that we've just sit there and chat. Just strangers. A lot of them I still don't know their name. But they're strangers to me. But I'm not a stranger to y'all, many of y'all that know me. So like I said, and I felt really guilty today. I felt really guilty because here it is, there's this kid. There's probably 13, 14 years old, maybe 15. I don't know. He was a younger kid. And came up to me, you're that dude on YouTube. And I thought it was really, really cool. But he was probably with his dad or his brother or cousin, whatever. I couldn't tell. But whoever he was riding. And what better way to spend a summer riding with someone in a 379 Peterbilt? What better way to get introduced to trucking, running down the road in one of those? And I thought, man, that's neat. And I felt really bad because I went to go take a shower, and then I had to do a bunch of crap today, and so I think it was awkward on both of us, but he actually took the time to get out of the truck and say hi to me, and I felt really, really bad. I wish I had a little bit more time to just say, hey man, can I, shake your hand or whatever. And I don't think about stuff like that. I'm sorry, I just don't think about stuff like that because I'm not used to people coming up to me like that. I'm just not used to it. I'm just like I said, I'm a normal guy just so happened to have a little sense on YouTube, have a little presence on YouTube, and which is neat. I mean, I signed up for it, but you know, just that part. So if you see me and there's a little, if I appear to be a little weird, that's because it is a little weird for me. But also, a lot of times, I'm busy. I'm running. And there's a reason, usually if my clock is started, I'm going. You know, I'm just 100 mile an hour. Not in the truck. No, the truck's not going 100 mile an hour. My body is. It's like, my body's going down the road and truck's way back yonder. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shadow. So, anyways, I hope y'all understand that. I wanted to get that out there, and I'm sorry I'm long-winded, but I felt really bad about that, for sure. So, I got a couple videos I'm working on. A Trucker Rag Chew 104, I believe it is. Maybe up tonight, but more than likely tomorrow night. Or the next night. So, who knows? By the end of this week, though. So that's it. That's all I got. So thanks for all y'all that do come up. I notice the people staring too. There's a lot of people that stare at me. They just stare at me. And that's weird too. That's weird too, because usually, even especially when I was younger, when someone would stare at me, I'd be like, "What you staring at, dude? Look the other direction." You know, I get kind of offended by it if someone's staring. But now I'm kind of course, I'm getting a lot older, and I realize that people ain't out to get me. You know, when I was younger, I was like that. But now it's just like, I realize the reason why they are. So, that's it, y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. And, I tell you what, you know, don't be afraid to ask me for a photograph or whatever if you wanted to, just to prove, you know. I don't always have my cameras charged, but, you know, so I never really think about it anyway. When I do sit down and talk to people or, you know, whatever, I never really think about the cameras. I just, you know, want to have a conversation with somebody. Yeah. Anyways, I know, 12 minutes and it's stupid. Alright, talk to y'all later. 73.
Not only are we going to New Hampshire, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.